Hey guys, I'm Diane. Today I'm making a fluff video. It's not very important. It's about vanity versus self-respect. I am not vain. I do have self-respect though. This is my channel and I get to talk about what I want to. So I'm going to tell you a few things about my personal habits. Okay. Vanity, as all of you know, is an excessive pride in the way you look, and takes you an hour and a half to get ready instead of 20 minutes, that kind of thing. I don't do that. I never have. I always want to look my best, the best that I can, and that's as far as it goes. I do respect myself enough that I am going to get dressed every day. Some women that are my age do not. Even though I'm not going to see anyone, I am going to take my pajamas off and put fresh clothes on every day. No, not going to wear makeup every day because I literally don't see anyone. I do comb through my hair. I usually put it up because I'm working and I want it out of my way. So I'm not vain. So I'm going to talk about my hair. Now, I've been outside this morning and I live in the south, and there is a little bit of moisture, although it's a cool morning. A little bit of moisture, which is maybe a little fuzzy, but I have naturally curly hair. I wash it every Friday night. I only have to wash it once a week because my hair's dry. Really doesn't need it during the week. I just pin it up and be done with it. But it's naturally curly, and I let it dry while I'm watching TV on Friday night, and I go to bed like that. Then in the morning, it's all dry, and I straighten it because my hair is ugly curly. It's like frizzy curly. Now my daughter Ashley, she has long blonde hair, naturally blonde hair, and it is pretty curly. You know, it hangs just right. I wasn't that lucky, so I straighten it, and it lasts all week. And if I had to go somewhere, like to the doctor or whatever, I'd look okay, you know. I do color it. I've colored it since my 30s. I started getting gray in my 30s, as did my mom. She had beautiful gray hair. It was about this long. She fixed it every day, you know. She was borderline vain. How about that? Not really, but maybe she was a little vain. But anyway, she had beautiful gray hair that looked blonde. It looked naturally blonde, but it wasn't. It was gray. And I was so hoping that's what my gray hair would look like. It didn't. So I had to start coloring it, and I've done it until this day. It's just something I do every 3 weeks. No big deal. But I refuse to just let it be my hair's not a pretty gray. I'm not saying anything about people with gray hair. If you can do it, that's great. Mine was not pretty, okay? Okay. This video is going to be short. Okay, let's talk about makeup. Did you know that you can buy e.l.f. makeup for $5 and it lasts forever? $5. You can get this on Amazon or I know Target has it. Walmart might have it. I'm not sure about that. Elf. E-L-F. They sell everything you need. And when I switched makeup about 2 years ago, I bought all of it. This is the powder. After you get, I put it on with a brush. And this is the powder. It's white. Put it on all over. It takes away the shine. I'm sure it was $4 or $5. I mean, I got everything I needed for less than $30, and everything was new. Now, if you go to that makeup place, I can't remember the name of it now. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You can get cream makeup that is like $35. And everything else is like $20, $30, $40. And this is $5. It's $5. So I am a big e.l.f. fan. If you're my age and trying to save money, you gotta save it wherever you can. Really, today's about saving money, I think. Okay, that's enough about e.l.f. Alright, my teeth. I was at the dentist about 3 years ago, having a tooth taken care of, and started talking about, maybe getting a bridge put here with some teeth that didn't look so bad, that kind of thing. I can't even remember the details now, but he pretty much talked me into, this thing with my teeth. Because when you get old, your teeth they start looking a different color. They start separating. Anyway, I thought this looked kind of bad down here, so I wanted it fixed. So it was going to be $2,100. My insurance will pay for things that need to be fixed, but that was totally cosmetic. And I had the money at the time. I've always worked hard, put a little back here and there in the past 2 to 3 years because I don't have many bills, so I can put some money back now. And I got to thinking about it. About a month later, I called Ashley and told her about it, and I said, do you really think I need to have that cosmetic stuff done to my teeth? And she went, Lord, no. You don't go anywhere, Mother. I mean, why would you spend that kind of money on that? I said, you're right. I don't care. I just don't care. So I called the dentist and asked for a refund and canceled my appointment. They said, no problem. Got the money back. Did not have anything else done. I mean, I'm 75. I'm just not going to be in a contest or anything. And nobody cares. Nobody cares. Now, my nails. Do you know how much my nails cost? I do wear false nails. Do you know why? I work with fabric every day. Number one, my nails are paper thin. They can be ripped on something stupid. I mean, they're awful. I work with fabric, and the fabric just is like a file. It just eats at my nails all day long as I work. It's so hard to even have decent nails. So I started using fake nails, and no, I do not go to a shop and pay $60 to get nails. I buy these. They're called Kiss, K-I-S-S, nails. They're on Amazon, and they're $5. They're $5. And I order like 4 boxes at a time. That's $20 for nails. Now, here is a box. Do you see all of those nails in there? I have used this 3 different times. 3 different times. I think I can get a 4th use. See this glue that comes with it? See that little thing of glue? Don't use it. Unless you want them to stay a day or 2. Don't use it. I buy this also on Amazon. It's called Curve Life. It has a tube of glue and a tube of remover. This will last, in normal circumstances, 2 weeks. That's a lot of time. 2 weeks. So if you think about, I've used this 3 weeks, 3 times over, and they've lasted almost 2 weeks. That's 6 weeks for $5, and I still got another week left. And this is probably $12, but it's a large tube. And this remover works really well if you're ready to do them again. You've got one that won't come off. This works really well. Now when I'm putting them on, I put, see, I'm not here to give people advice or show you how to do stuff. I'm just telling you what I do. I put a little bit of glue on the nail, on the back of the nail, like not on the tip, but on back here, where it's going to fit over your nail. And then I put some glue on my nail, which I'll cut off all my nails first. And then you hold it for like 5 seconds. I hold it for 10. Let it go. I have a Q-tip handy, just in case some glue comes out around the edges. I just wipe it off with a Q-tip. And under the nail, for sure, if some extra glue comes out under the nail, you want to get rid of that because it'll dry into a lump that'll be there the whole time you've got your nails on. So I just use a Q-tip, swish it off, lay it on a paper towel because you can't use that end again because it's going to be sticky. But anyway, that's what I do for my nails. It just cost almost like pennies a day if you stretch it out. Okay. My weight. I don't care. About 3 years ago I went, I really need to lose some weight. My knees would probably quit hurting and I'd look better, but who cares? So I actually lost 35 pounds. We had a family get together within that time. It might have been Thanksgiving and Christmas, I think it was. Not a soul noticed that I lost 35 pounds. Not that I was looking for praise or anything, but just the acknowledgement that, hey Mom, you've lost some weight. Not one person noticed. I went, who cares? I'm going to keep eating my ice cream every night because I only really eat 1 meal a day. I kind of think that's what old people kind of start doing. Eat cereal in the morning, then about 2 o'clock I eat a meal. And I usually cook something good, I'm not a big meat fan, so I eat pretty simply. But my weight loss, I do not care. Okay, my clothes. I don't have anything fancy or really nice. I do have 2 or 3 things that are kind of nice when I have to go somewhere, be out in public or a funeral, something like that. But they're not super nice. They're just okay. I don't wear them normally, like to the doctor or whatever. I save them for kind of like special things that I have to go to, even Christmas with my family, something like that. But my clothes, I buy from Temu, T-E-M-U. I know you've heard of it. It's Chinese stuff. They have a warehouse in, I think it's Pennsylvania. They're reliable. They send you information after you order it. They track it for you. They say it's shipped, it's near you, all of that. They keep up with it, and you get it within 2 weeks. Now, that's unheard of from China. But like I said, they have a warehouse in the United States. And I have no problem with their stuff. I order a size bigger because they run small. I like their stuff. And it's very inexpensive. $8 for a nice shirt. I have no problem with it. Pants, anything you want. And the more you buy, the more discounts you get if you can figure all of that out. It drives you crazy. They offer you so many savings and stuff. You even get free stuff sometimes. Anyway, I just wanted you to know that if you're trying to save money, try Temu. They are reliable, I promise. And I actually sent something back. I ordered a trail cam. I was going to try to catch a ghost or something like that outside. But I couldn't get it to work. It was very cheap. I sent it back. Gave up on that. Really didn't want to find a ghost, if you know what I mean. Okay, my eyes. I know I've looked at some of my videos and I go, oh my God, people probably think you're drunk. I'm not drunk. I'm just tired. I hope you understand that. I can see tired in my eyes. I'm sorry, but that's just what it is. Okay, my sniffling and coughing and all of that. I have allergic asthma. And I will sound like this till the day I die. I sound like I have a cold all the time. I have a gruff voice. I can't help it. I went through 3 years of being undiagnosed, and I could barely breathe at times. I mean, sometimes I could not get off of the sofa to take 2 steps because I had no breath. And then it would clear up in 2 or 3 days. I don't mean totally, but I could hear rattling in my chest. I went to emergency rooms. I went to the hospital. I went to the hospital when I absolutely could not breathe. And they go, okay, they gave me a breathing treatment. We don't know what's wrong with you. I'm sorry. I'm at the hospital. They don't know what's wrong with me. Because it really wasn't asthma. So I went, okay, I'm going to figure this out. So I started Googling all my symptoms and blah, blah, blah. And I decided I had allergic asthma. That I was allergic to something outside or inside. And then it would cause me to have breathing problems. So my daughter, my youngest daughter, her husband had to have one of his lungs, half of it removed because there was something there. It ended up being, are you ready for this? They think it was probably, they just called it a mass and let it go. But it had some teeth and hair in it, I think. So I'm thinking it was a twin that his body consumed. Isn't that weird? Anyway, have you ever heard of that? I have. I'm the one that told him, oh my God, that's your twin. You consumed your twin. You were going to be a twin. Anyway, he had a wonderful doctor, a lung doctor. So Chassie said, my youngest daughter, why don't you go to him and see what he says? I got an appointment, had to wait 3 months before I could see him. And the day that I had to go, I could not take a step and breathe. It had gotten so bad, but I knew I had to go. He was going to be my last chance to find out what was wrong with me. So Chassie came from Birmingham. They live in Birmingham. Picked me up, took me back to Birmingham to the doctor. She pushed me in a wheelchair. There was no way I could walk. Long story short, I had allergic asthma, and he gave me about 5 inhalers, Symbicort, by the way. He gave them to me because they're terribly expensive, although I'm on Medicare, so they were only like $100 and something a month. But now I've switched to something else which is free, so I'm just telling you this stuff in case you have a breathing problem. There is someone out there who will help you. But anyway, that's why I sound like I do. And sometimes I have a coughing fit. I keep water next to me. Water relieves it. I have a sneezing fit. That's just my life. So I never know what's going to happen. Okay. Well, I guess that's me in a nutshell. Thank you for watching. I know that was not interesting at all. But I just want you to know who I am, top to bottom. That's who I am. And now I have to go get my dogs in from outside. It's so cool here. Is it cool where you are? I'm in the South and it's August. Anyway, I will talk to you later. And in the meantime, love's coming your way from me. Because I love you guys.